Okay, I was going to show you these two doggies that are very close to our house when we go for a walk. Very lonely little doggies that don't get walked by their owners and just basically just stay home all day. But unfortunately, it's the weekend. Oh, actually, yeah, there's one of them. Okay. Here we go. They are out. I thought they were locked up, but they're not. Now, these guys are just starved for affection. And they love a bit of a visit when we go by. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, there you go. We're off. So, that's one of the first ports of call of the two local doggies. Poor buggers just never get a look in. Here we go. Here we go, Sean Bedlam style. Even YouTube stars have to take a dump. Okay, we're coming up to a very important landmark. This is Rosie, and Rosie lives on one of the main roads around here. She gets a little jumpy because the local kids tend to wind her up a little bit during the week, but it's a Sunday. If she's your friend, you've got nothing to worry about. Rosie has lots and lots of friends, mostly of the four-legged variety, and if you miss out on her, or if you forget to come and say hello to her as you go by, there she is, Sleepy Rosie coming down off the deck. Hey Rosie, how's it going? You've been asleep, haven't you? Yes, you have. My guys love to drop off and say hello to Rosie and tie me up with you. What a beautiful doggy you are. Sorry to wake you up. We'll let you go back to sleep now. Okay? You can go back to sleep. Sorry, bird loves Rosie. Now, not very far from Rosie's house is a little landmark. Now, one of these things that happens between Sydney and Melbourneites is that there's a bit of rivalry between the two cities, and Sydney always loves to point out that they've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Well, they're not the only ones that got the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Just a little bit down the road, we've got our own Sydney Harbour Bridge. Sydney Harbour Bridge by day. That's pretty close to a perfect replica in the front of somebody's house. It's been there as long as I can remember. For a long time, it was the landmark that we used to use for people to find our street. You'd tell them it was, so many metres or whatever from wherever, or how many stops past the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Isn't that cool? I'll give you a wide shot. Hey guys, leave the pussycat alone. Pussycat alert. Dog's ready to pounce. Zoidberg ready to go. Two pussycats, there's another one over there. Holy shit, we're surrounded, guys. Yeah, you're so brave, yeah. Zoidberg holding back in reserve, like a panzer division. Okay, wide shot of Sydney Harbour Bridge by day. One of the prettiest side streets you're ever going to see. I think I've shown you this side street in other videos. Very, very cool. Sun drops down there in winter. Absolutely magnificent. And we're now approaching the famous intersection where Spider got cleaned up by a hoon in a V8 Ute about a year or so ago. Just to give you an idea, this guy was doing about twice the legal speed limit. And he got from here to there in the time it took for me to look left. Cleaned up the side of my car. That's the famous intersection just over there. Now, it's only a few steps from where I'm standing to there, and in the blink of an eye, this arsehole was right on top of nature has hit honey as well. Now, this bloke over here used to be an awesome source of firewood. As you can see from his lovely front fence, which I'll show you in a moment, he obviously used to take down old paling fences and put up new ones. Wooden fences are all the rage here in Australia, and he used to just pile it out on the on the front nature strip, and you just come along and collect whatever you like. But he hasn't done it for ages and ages. Remember those hoons I was telling you about? This little drag strip really attracts them. Okay, so that's the guy's place there, but unfortunately he doesn't do it anymore. Big dog is back of small cub. Hey, no barking. Big doggy, very small cub. Okay, this is our local video store. Awesome Indian restaurant. Okay, now you've heard me talk about Hippie Haven. You've seen it. I give a credit to it on the end of my videos quite often. The music comes from here. This is just a very, very quick look. I'll do another video another time so you can see it, get a better shot of how cool this place is. You can see through the back there. That's the back deck. Awesome views out the back there. Absolutely amazing place. Very, very cool. Okay, this is the local shopping drag, not very far from my place. You walk for milk and bread and crap like that. All sorts of weird and wonderful little shops. Fish and chip shop, a very important place. The local livestock. Very cool dog lives in there. He works in there. Okay, we're coming up to a very interesting shop. Been here at least 30 years that I know of. Nobody's ever seen anybody go into or out of this shop before. Ostensibly tourist bureau, as you can see from the posters. Little sign says no animals. They even got signs that are open. But as I say, no one has ever seen anyone come in or out of that shop in 30 years. Sign of the times. Got a tattoo parlour in my town. You can see that? Puzzling. And I live just down the end of that laneway there. And that's another estate agent. Isn't that wonderful? I love estate agents. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Every second shop in my town. I remember when they were building this building, we got really excited because it's got opening windows on the front, and I thought to myself, cool, we're going to have a nice little cafe in my town. But what did we get? Yeah, you guessed it, an estate agent. I'm trying to dodge around another dog here at the moment. My two little guys get a little bit excited, but we're just coming up to an extremely important landmark, the local bakery. Spent a lot of time here. See if we can get a shot of it without starting to fight with this dog. Okay, we successfully crossed over to avoid the doggies, and coming down the walkway are two little old ladies that I see every single day going for a walk. Absolutely awesome. I hope you can see it because I'm trying not to point it out at them. Very cool. The scene of yet another estate agent, but this one closed down. Too cool an old house to be an estate agency. And across the road, well, mechanic, he just got up one morning after a really long time, decided he didn't want to do it anymore. Isn't that wonderful? Now, not very far from where I live is an electric train line. We're almost right at the very end of it. It's about 43 k's out of town, which makes life very easy if you don't want to drive your car all the time. And there's a walking track that goes right along the side of it all the way down to Furniture Gully, which is fantastic. It actually follows the old narrow gauge line from back in the days when Puffing Billy used to go all the way down, which was a timber train. And along the way, you see these very cool houses like this one. How about the size of those rocks, ladies and gentlemen? That's a hell of a letterbox. Isn't that cool? And as you can see in front of us, we're just about down to where the walking track starts, or well, we connect up to it anyway. Here's the train line over there. Oh, there you go. How about that? Right on cue. The train goes by. It cost me a fortune to get that train to turn up just then. I hope you appreciate how hard I work for you people.